Hey everyone, so in this video I'll be addressing the problem I had mentioned in the glow plugs about water leaking onto the injectors and onto the glow plugs on these 4 transits. As I mentioned previously, these transits have an inherent problem where water leaks from the channel and it comes onto the injectors and that whole top rocker cover area. So what happens is, see how there's water now built up on the glass from rain? It doesn't go through the channel properly, because that top area over there, as I'm pointing out now, as you can see, it goes through there and it actually goes behind the water channel and goes down underneath. So what I recommend is putting some clear silicone sealer as seen and just seal up that whole top area to run a clean bead to the top. Make sure it's clear and flexible, and you can go and seal that off. That will basically solve your problem of the water dripping down onto the injectors over there. So it won't solve all of it, but it will solve a majority of it, and it will prolong the life of your injectors and your glow plug and most of the components above the engine. This is method number 1. There's another method as well you can use. So basically, if you don't want to take off that top plastic cover, which I just pointed out before, that cover there, if you don't want to take that off, just seal up that whole top area. That's the easiest way. But if you're willing to remove this top cover, then you can see the next part on sealing the channel, which would be a more permanent solution. So this is the water channel, and as you can see, I've taken it off here. Notice this whole area in red. What you want to do is you want to seal that whole area off with that same silicone that I showed you earlier, or something similar. Make sure it's not something adhesive where it'll seal to the paint and possibly damage it later on. Just make sure it's just a silicone sealer. So over here you can see the bead over there, so you can see that whole bead at the top there, and that's the main area that leaks. It's because the wiper motor is located there and they've put a little black cover over there. That cover leaks over time, and this is the result. This is a 4 transit that's done high kilometers, and look at the glow plugs. There's no way that you'll be able to get this out cleanly. Basically, if you see your transit like this and the glow plugs, chances are number 1 and number 2 marked in red will have to be drilled out because it's that badly rusted in there. So that's something you want to prevent on your transit. So if you address this problem early on, you can solve that problem and minimize rust on the glow plugs and the injectors. This is mainly for vehicles that are not being used on a daily basis, such as camper vans and motorhomes. They're the ones that suffer the most from this problem. But for example, if it's a courier van, it's normally fine because it's used every day and the water just evaporates off. So this is the consequence as well. If you look at all the injectors at the top there, basically what happens is that rubber seal gets hard because of the rust, and also because this channel here also comes out at times. So that water channel that I just pointed out, that channel diverts the water from that channel seen previously, and it sends it out that way. Also on the driver's side, see that drain there? You want to make sure this drain is not blocked. I'll show you where that goes. So that drain there is near the master cylinder. This drain here is underneath that panel there. Sometimes you might find that this whole thing is clogged with leaves or similar, depending on where you park it. It goes there and it comes out through the chassis rail. You want to make sure that's free of any debris. You can just take this out, pull on it, and it just pulls out, and then you can blast it with clean water or compressed air. If you think your channel is fully clogged with leaves here, you will have to take off this panel and give it a full clean. This will prevent any further issues later on. So again, that's the main problem, is that wiper motor area over there. Seal that if you can. That's the main cause of water going near the injectors, and which inevitably drops near the glow plugs as well. So that's basically a quick video on the problem I mentioned earlier. It's a common fault on these transits, and it causes those injectors, like I said, to rust, and worst case scenario, water will enter the engine if those seals fail on the top of the rocker cover. Thanks for watching everyone. I hope this was of some help to you. Please like and subscribe.